Amazon has established a dominant presence in the low-cost tablet market, but not everyone wants to be tied to its apps and services. The $79.99 iconia b1-780-k610 from Acer is an alternative with a crisp 7-inch display, robust parental controls, and access to the Google Play Store. That said, it suffers from issues with sluggishness and a profusion of bloatware, not to mention lackluster Wi-Fi range. It's a decent option if you want unrestricted access to Android apps, but Amazon's ecosystem is pretty robust, and the Fire HD 8 gets you better performance for the same price. Design, features, and display. The Acer iconia 1.7 is a generic black plastic slate, measuring 7.5 by 4.0 by 0.4 inches HWD and tipping the scales at 8.8 ounces. It's quite a bit lighter than the Amazon Fire 7.6 by 4.5 by 0.4 inches, 10.4 ounces, and Fire HD 8 8.4 by 5.0 by 0.4 inches, 13 ounces. That makes it easier to hold for a long period of time, but it doesn't feel quite as sturdy, which could be a concern if you're planning to give it to a child. The back is textured for a better grip, and you can always put a protective case on it. View all 8 photos in gallery. There's a power button and volume rocker on the right side of the tablet. The top has a 3.5mm audio jack, a micro USB charging port, and an exposed micro SD card slot that worked fine with a 256GB card. One downside for media use is that no dual front-facing stereo speakers like on the Fire HD 8. Instead, you're stuck with a tinny, easily muffled mono speaker on the back. The main attraction is the 7-inch 1280 by 720 IPS LCD, which is fairly sharp for the price. The 210 pixels per inch PPI here result in a denser picture than the panel on both the Fire 7171 pixels per inch and Fire HD 8189 pixels per inch. The screen gets quite bright and viewing angles are decent, but it will wash out if you tilt it too much. Connectivity options include dual-band Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.0. We tested the tablet on 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz bands in PC Labs, and recorded strong connectivity close to the router with a top speed of 56.3 megabits per second down. However, from a distance of 24 feet away, download speeds dropped to 17.2 megabits per second. At 36 feet the Wi-Fi disconnected, unlike the Fire tablets, which had no trouble holding a signal. PC Labs is full of network interference, so connectivity will likely fare better in your home, but it's worth keeping in mind, especially if your home network has some weaker dead spots. Processor, battery, and camera. The iconia 1.7 is powered by a MediaTek MT8163 processor clocked at 1.3 GHz, a slightly more powerful chipset than the MT8161 in the Lenovo Tab 3.8. On the Antutu benchmark, a measure of overall system performance, the 1.7 does better, scoring 36,497 compared with 25,407 on the Tab 3.8. But that's only part of the story. Both slates have just 1 GB of RAM, so while the 1.7 performs smoothly enough for some light web browsing and watching videos, it starts chugging if you try to push it in terms of multitasking. It also can't handle demanding games without serious slowdown. You'll find the Fire HD 8 a better performer thanks to its 1.5 GB of RAM. See how we test tablets. According to Acer, the 1.7 should last for up to 6 hours of use, but due to its limited Wi-Fi range, we were unable to complete our standard battery test in which we stream full-screen video over Wi-Fi at maximum screen brightness. There's a 2780 mAh cell under the hood, which is smaller than many phones and half the size of the Tab 3.8's 4290 mAh cell, which lasted 5 hours 27 minutes, so it seems unlikely the 1.7 will best it. Both Amazon tablets last around 4.5 hours, so there are no big winners in this department. There's a 2-megapixel rear and a 0.3-megapixel front camera, both of which aren't really worth using for more than video chat. This isn't unusual for the price range. If still image quality is important to you, the Tab 3.8 has a 5-megapixel rear and 2-megapixel front camera, but the pictures still won't wow. Software: the iconia 1.7 runs Android 6.0 Marshmallow. The software is outdated, but without shelling out for an expensive tablet like the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3, you're not going to find a slate in this price range running Android 7.0 Nougat. The UI layer is minimal aside from the addition of Acer's custom news feed when you swipe left from the home screen. It lets you connect to various apps like Facebook, Twitter, and Opera Discover to generate content. The one significant advantage the 1.7 has over the 5.7 and HD8 is unrestricted access to the Google Play Store. Both Amazon slates run Fire OS, a heavily customized version of Android that limits you to using Amazon's ecosystem of apps and services. It's fairly comprehensive, but it's not quite as open and far-reaching as Google Play. The 1.7 also has a kids mode, in the form of an app called Kids Center. Launching it lets you set up a customized home screen with bright, kid-friendly colors and a set of automatically curated apps and games. Internet access can be restricted by enabling Safe Mode, which blocks unapproved sites and apps. Extra Safe Mode and Kid Launcher disables the home button and locks the tablet in Kids Center even if it gets rebooted, so you can use the 1.7 as a dedicated children's tablet. In addition to Kids Mode, the 1.7 comes with 14 pre-installed apps and 5 shortcuts that take you to a Google Play download page. You can delete the shortcuts and uninstall half of the preloaded apps, but that still leaves you with just 7.44 GB of storage out of the total 16 GB. You can always use a micro SD card if you need more space. Conclusions: the $80 Acer iconia 1.7 is an affordable multimedia tablet that tries to take on offerings from Amazon, but falls short. Despite its fairly nice screen and ability to download apps from Google Play, the 1.7 is held back by lackluster performance. The Amazon Fire HD8 has more RAM and better Wi-Fi range. The Amazon Fire 7, meanwhile, isn't much faster, but costs $30 less. Neither has access to Google Play, but both are better values overall.